Hello honeys! I've collected all 19 Dreamy Crown chords featured in the Aikatsu anime, and I put them all together for you. Enjoy! 19. Grace Fox. Grace Fox is a sweater and short set with pumps and tights. It belongs to the Pinocchio collection, representing the fox antagonist. Although the overall silhouette of this design is appealing, the individual pieces clash in color, texture, and even season. The only consistent motif is red ribbons, which fit neither the pink sweater nor the blue shorts. 18. Citrus Orange Heart. Citrus Orange Heart is a dress and loafer set with knee-high socks. However, the anime version replaces the loafers with sandals and removes the socks entirely. I find this design to be very cute, but it is one of the simplest on the list. The monochromatic color palette is cohesive, the ruched bodice is unique, and the nautical details add an extra youthful element. 17. Good Manners. Good Manners is a dress and loafer set with ankle socks. It is very similar to Citrus Orange Heart, and the main thing that improves its rank for me is the large fuchsia ribbon details. These ribbons and the buttons on the bodice add visual interest that raises the overall complexity of the design, if only slightly. 16. Dream Sky. Dream Sky is a dress and calf-length boot set and one of 2 unit dresses for skips. It is almost identical to Citrus Orange Heart in its cut, only missing the straps on the bodice. As interesting as the sunset gradients and striped trims are in this outfit, I don't think they've been incorporated in a satisfying way. The solid pink bodice feels flat in comparison to the sparkly skirt, and the stripes are too graphic to ease the transition between them. 15. Sweet Sky. Sweet Sky is also a dress and calf-length boot set and is a second unit dress for skips. I think the stripes and sunset gradient are integrated better here, with the subtle heart print doing more to tie the two elements together. However, the accent pieces still seem mismatched and lack any consistent visual rhythm. 14. Girly Dwarf. Girly Dwarf is a blouse and short set with ankle boots and stockings. It belongs to the Snow White collection. I appreciate that the puff sleeves of the blouse match the shape of the shorts, but overall I'm still not a huge fan of this silhouette. Even so, the embroidery, jewelry, emblem accent, and ribbons help to elevate this design. The color scheme is cohesive, and the large belt buckle helps to cement the dwarf reference. 13. Pinky Pink Girl. Pinky Pink Girl is a 2-piece set with pumps. Despite some awkward suspender stripes on the top, this is a well-balanced design. A large ruffled skirt is contrasted against a simpler sleeveless top, and purple and yellow accents are carried throughout the pieces. The jewelry helps to add a sophisticated element, while prominent ribbons keep the overall tone very youthful. 12. Girly Violin. Girly Violin is a blouse and skirt set with ankle boots and belongs to the Town Musicians of Bremen collection. I find the centered violin panel on the bodice to be distracting, especially since the brown color isn't used anywhere else except in the shoes. Additionally, the ribbons at the neckline and on the skirt form a rigid triangle within the design. The other elements of this outfit are quite appealing, but the focal point of the neckline takes the eye away from them. 11. Ruby Blossom. Ruby Blossom is a blouse and skirt set with pumps from the jewelry collection. Overall, this design is fairly cohesive, but I am torn on the specific textures used. The layered, chunky flowers are a very dense element, and the more graphic polka dots and floral patterns technically help to balance them. I do think the multiple red ribbon sashes are over-designed, but nothing stands out too much for it to become a real distraction. 10. Monstercat. Monstercat is a 2-piece set with calf-length boots. It is part of the Nightmare Halloween collection, and I really enjoy how far the design was pushed. The fur boots and trim are already quite dramatic, but adding a cat tail and face gives the design extra novelty. The color palette is classic and simple, with few details that compete with the cat theme. The best Halloween costumes are dramatic and fun, and this design fits that criteria perfectly. 9. Tinklebell. Tinklebell is a 2-piece set with pumps, originally intended to be pink. It was changed to blue in the anime despite no blue version ever being officially released. I find this to be a very charming design with adorable flared cap sleeves and bell details. The stripe and heart pattern is visually interesting without looking cluttered, and the dark blue color contrasts beautifully with the gold and pink accents. 8. Shining Dreamy Line. Shining Dreamy Line is also a 2-piece set with pumps. This is a beautifully detailed outfit with the monochromatic red palette helping to unite the different textures. The jewel accents are used for color variation, and the yellow trim helps to differentiate the fabric layers. My only critique is that the white ruffle layer on the bodice could be better integrated into the overall design with a subtle pattern or the same yellow trim. 7. Girls Magic. Girls Magic is a camisole and skirt set with calf-length boots from the Arabian Nights collection. This outfit seems to be a reference to a magic or flying carpet. The pink sections are embroidered in ornate patterns and bordered with fringe and cord like a rug. Tassels, fringe, and rope are the main accents for each piece and also emphasize the theme. Ribbons and jewel tones keep all of these elements within the classic style of Dreamy Crown as a brand. 6. Thumbelina Bouquet. Thumbelina Bouquet is a blouse and skirt set with calf-length boots from the Thumbelina collection. The top is a lot stronger than the skirt in my opinion, as the tulips are stylized a lot better at a smaller scale. The onion-like layers of the tulips on the skirt look unappealing to me. Apart from those, the other elements all look beautiful. The small flowers and brown ribbons work well to draw the eye through the pieces, and there's a good balance between 3D and 2D elements. 5. Pink King Mouse. Pink King Mouse is a crop jacket and skirt set with ankle boots. It belongs to the Nutcracker collection, referencing the Mouse King antagonist. This is another example of my bias toward fur trim and pom-pom accents, but the design is very strong beyond them. The pink, purple, and gold palette balance elegance with cuteness, and I enjoy the hints of gesture inspiration in the crown elements. Thanks to them, the regal theme is given a playful twist. 4. White Santa. Speaking of my biases, White Santa is a parka and skirt set with ankle boots and tights. It is from the Party Deco collection, and I can't resist the Santa theme. The top may be a little over-designed with its excessive embellishments, but I love the snowy white base color and pink fur trim. This is an over-the-top Christmas design, which makes it even cuter to me. 3. White Sky Veil. White Sky Veil is a two-piece set with high heels and tights. It is a very elegant dress because of its dramatic silhouette, careful use of gradients, and prominent red and gold accents. The primary inspiration is a wedding dress, with the bouquet represented in floral embellishments that add more color variation. Pearl jewelry makes this design feel more sophisticated, and the gradients help to strategically emphasize the focal point of each piece. 2. Sleeping Aurora. Sleeping Aurora is a blouse and skirt set with pumps from the Sleeping Beauty collection. The large roses are a reference to the Princess Aurora's second name being Briar Rose. The delicate pink, gold, and white color palette is grounded by deep purple accents, and crown and jewel embellishments are prominently displayed. The variation in textures works great here, and each element is very pleasing on its own and in combination with the other pieces. 1. Odette Swan. Odette Swan is a blouse and skirt set with high heels and stockings. It belongs to the Swan Lake collection, representing the ballet's protagonist. This is an incredibly creative design, which perfectly incorporates both the swan imagery and references to ballet costumes. Feather and wing motifs are repeated throughout each piece, keeping them consistently themed. The large scale of the gold emblem embellishments and red ribbon sash make them very recognizable. Even the dark color of the shoes is working to emphasize the footwork of the choreography, especially against a lighter backdrop. Let me know your favorite Dreamy Crown coords in the comments below, and look out for my Vivid Kiss ranking next week. Bye bye!